Hey, shalom, shalom, Salaki about that. Uh, I don't know what happened. Satan cut the video, but I just uploaded that second part. I mean that first part. I could have done it over, but the spirit was flowing and I was almost done. So I just figure I'm making like two parts. Cause sometimes like when you do like videos over or start them over, like the spirit could shift a little bit, you know. Or it could leave and you'll be forced to do it, but it won't have the same substance and validity, you know. But this part two, I was just touching on the peculiar people. But it says, I'm gonna jump back a little bit. Unexpected, like how Jake is a peculiar nation. These are synonyms going into the word peculiar, just in case these first two videos get separated. But First Peter's 2:9. Of course, in all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Unexpected, right? That's Jake, especially out here. You at a light, you might see a motherfucking Acura come up and go in the intersection and start doing donuts out of nowhere. You know, hey, Jake, New Year's Eve, they shoot their guns in the air. You walking through, pow, 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 pow. You know what I'm saying? You think it ain't no fireworks, you know what I'm saying? So Jake is like unexpected, you know. Hey, look at that and one. They don't have it around no more doing all them tricks and shit with the basketball. You know, Rucker Park up in Harlem. They had the N1 alley oop throwing this shit off the backboard, doing all these different things, you know, different so-called tricks with the ball. But hey, that's Jake for you. Like, damn, I ain't expect him to do that. Hey, that's why they go to dunk contests, because they be like, yo, they be looking to see what next spectacular thing Jake is going to come up with. Jake is going to do out of curiosity, right? Unexpected, unfamiliar, abnormal, atypical, which is not typical, anonymous, different, out of the way, out of the ordinary. Jake is extraordinary. Something that what you not used to seeing. Exceptional, rare, remarkable. Let's hit remarkable. Worthy of attention, striking. And guess what? Guess who people love to watch? Jake. All the other nations, even Jake loved to watch Jake. You know? Jake loved the watch Jake perform, especially the other heathens, you know, worthy of attention. They're like, man, yo, I just love. Oh, some people just love being around Jake, you know, especially Jake. Jake loved being around other Jake, you know, because it reminds them of themselves. That's why those rappers get rich, right? They go back in the hood and wind up getting killed or robbed, but they can't help but to be around their people. They can't help but to be around someone that reflects them, you know, because they wicked themselves. They can't come around the prophets, so they be around somebody that reflects them, right? Uh, Striking, like oh, like in all, like damn, like oh, you know, Jake freestyling and shit like that, you know. They just like draw company to him. That's the Israelites. That's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's not you other nations. Now this all under a peculiar people. So the Lord is good to look up words and go into it, because the Lord, he tells you and give you clues of who we are in depth. But you gotta just do some digging. Seek and you shall find. Puzzling. Let me go to puzzling. Causing one to be puzzled, like messed up in the mind, like, wow, he just did that. Mysterious, baffling, impossible to understand, perplexing, uncommon, irregular. The freak. What did it say on the freak? Oh, check this out. Yeah, under peculiar, a synonym, freak, a very unusual and unexpected event or situation. Hey, that was heavy. The motherfucking Freaknik. Who was that? That was Jake, mainly. You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans doing some wild, off the wall shit. You got Jake with the fucking hood days with the gang niggas and shit. They got fucking hood days. Like, if you like, for y'all don't understand, say if you like Five Deuce Hoover or some shit, right? You got, they would take May, the 5th month, and the second day and do like a gang convention type shit. It'd be a big thing. People fly in from all over, the other gang members fly in, and they do like this celebration. And on the right hand side, oh man, Salakia, I'm making these sounds, probably fucking the video up a little bit, but you know, Esau had worn out the saints. We all fucked up. You know, with these allergies. That's why we need the new bodies. But hey, the Freaknik. Oh, on the right hand side, people used to watch us keep like the atonement and these our holy days, but they was like strange to them. Like April Fools really came from the other nations taunting Israel. They used to say we was fools for keeping the New Year's and around March and April, right? Freakish, the Freaknik. Uh, uh, these different events, you know, Jake be doing and going to. Tattoo parties and all on the left and the right hand side, right? Uh so freakish. Let me see, freakish. Bizarre. Grotesque. Abnormal. Right? Questionable. Creepy. Spooky. Backwards. Back assward. So some of this is becoming like a little redundant. Hey, offbeat, unconventional, unusual. You not going with the flow, the status quo. Jake is rebellious. Even the Lord said that. He said to Ezekiel, go speak to them, but they won't hear you, for they will not even listen to me. You know? Droll. Let me see what this say. Droll. Curious or unusual in a way that provokes dry amusement. Dilly. wacko, wacko, mad, insane. Hey, that's the curses. I will smite thee with madness. You know, and when you go into that word madness, it shows you what a mental health, you know, and that's Jake, homeless man screaming, or Jake, you know, going through depression and all that shit. So wacko, mad, insane, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, but getting the same results. Can't see yourself in this circle. And that's the hood, that's the ghetto, that nigga circle of destruction that Jake caught up in. Madman, you know, with psychologically fucked up upstairs. So really that's the curses, you know. So that's it. Let me see. So no, that's it. So with that, all praises. This is part two. Salakia for well, I ain't really had no control over that. This is part two. Jake is a peculiar people. Just touching on that some more, so it brings a lot out, and that's not you other nations. Through process of elimination, that's not you other nations. Matter of fact, let me get one more precept. Second Samuel. This is like one of my favorites to pull out. Talk about the uniqueness of Israel. Second Samuel 7 and 22. Wherefore thou art great, O Lord, for there is none like thee, neither is there any God beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, see? Which is nobody. You can't, and if you got like little scattered heathens, you know, you got scattered heathens that think, ah, shit, that do, they might be Israelite foreigners. They might just look like that. But for the most part, this is what identifies Jake and make us separate. Even like Israel, see, through process of elimination, nobody who Yahweh went to make, to redeem through Yahweh for a people to himself, and to make his name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land and before the people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods. So there you go. He asked the question, like, what nation is like the Israelites? None. And none can be. And that's why they try so hard to destroy us, to keep us down, to keep us on alcohol, drugs, on these different vices, you know, because Jake is powerful. But it's nothing they could do against the rise of the elect. But when our people stray from the Lord, Esau has the power in these other nations to keep them blinded and to keep them in that nigger circle of destruction. So with that, shalom.